Well, we can finally say it. The NBA. Regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat. And last year they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of... other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight will be a step in the right direction.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Gorgie Dang is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Thompson in the shooting guard position. Now here's Knight. Pass to Mahinmi. He kicks it to Jang. Here's the three. And Derek Favors pulls it down. You look at Gorgie Jang and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
That's his first personal foul.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
Detroit shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
And Yang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Favors with the screen. Knocked loose. Wall dishes to Fernandez. 5 to shoot. Miles the pass to Wall. On the wing. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's Knight with the drive. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here is Fernandez. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Knight kicks to Thompson. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Clock at 6. Here's Knight. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Knight's got 7.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Wall dishes to Monroe. And Wall kicks to Miles. Wall passes to Monroe. Back to Wall. Goes up on the wing. They grab their own miss. The Heat with the lead. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Now, here's Wall. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And here's the break. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Parsons.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Knight wide open. And the pass to Mahinmi. There's the dish to Thompson. Inside. Second chance shot. Parsons. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And then for Miami, Omer Ash, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Jody Meeks comes in for Klay Thompson. And George Hills subbed in for Knight. Diaw with the screen on Hill. Johnson wide open. He fires. Diaw dishes to Adams. And he gets the bucket. Adams has got his first bucket of the night. The Heat leading by 5.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs. Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Diaw. Powered down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Parsons' shot is off. Getting back to Diao, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rack for an and one.
You know, he's a bit like Foreman, and I'm not talking about his body type.
Or the grill.
Yeah, you know, Diao plays with you a little bit, puts that body on you, lulls you to sleep, then wham, shows you up in the worst way. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the knee.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Miami shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Heat out front. They're up by 6. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Patrick Patterson is out there with Omer Ashik. Then it's Green. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Hill in at the 1. Detroit had a hard time making shots consistently last season. Clark, not a good shooting team from the floor. And, of course, that's in this league, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, it really will. I mean, at one point last year, Kevin, 3 of their 5 starters were in the bottom 10 in terms of players' field goal percentage. I mean, hard to win any game that way.
Here's Johnson, and he jams it with authority.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold, the way that guy gets to the rim.
The kick out to Hill. Green against Johnson. And it's Green slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And the Pistons would finish in the bottom 3 in terms of team shooting last year. But for the most part, their shooting did improve over the course of the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Favors comes in for Boris Diaw. And John Wall subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Mahinmi's checked in for Miami. Klay Thompson comes in for Meeks.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Jumps up. And Thompson throws it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
The kick out to Wall. Green with the block. And Patterson kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
And, you know, for the Pistons, they really had nowhere to go but up. I mean, shooting under 43% as a team is more than worrisome. I mean, it's something they'll have to drastically improve going forward.
Here's Green. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Wall passes to Favors. Tries to snap the cold streak. And a strong finish with two hands.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Mahinmi. And it's blocked by Adams. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. Leaps for it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for the Pistons. Fernandez comes in for Harris. Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Miami. The Heat leading by 6.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
And Wall kicks to Favors. All sorts of time. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Patterson, the screen. Knight into the lane. Patterson down low. Covered by Wall. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Rudy Fernandez picks one up. A different look here for Detroit. Mozgov, he's checked in for Favors. And it's Carter Williams in for John Wall. And then for Miami, Jang, he's checked in for Mahinmi. And Parsons subbed in for Jeff Green. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space four. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
Carter Williams dishes to Fernandez. The Pistons working the ball around now. Shot to stop the run. Carter Williams can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 13. Monroe on the double team. To the middle. Here's Patterson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
First personal foul.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Clock at 6. Fernandez, the pass to Monroe. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
The drive by Monroe.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Henderson kicks to Ashik. Puts up a three, and the shot is good. Henderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And scoring at will, starting to pull away here.
Certainly this one's threatening to get out of hand, and soon, partner.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Carter Williams kicks to Fernandez. From 17 feet out. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. 7 seconds left in the first half. Over to the wing. Back to Knight. Sees the alley-oop. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. An exceptional performance from Brandon Knight.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
In a big game for Knight, he has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
They've got C.J. Miles. Monroe is out there with Favors. Then it's Wall. And it's Fernandez in the 2 spot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. And Wall kicks to Fernandez. Just 5 to shoot. Wall dishes to Favors. Fernandez, that's good. Fernandez has got his first 2 points of the night.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. It seems like he's been around forever.
And there's the feed to Fernandez. Outside, Wall. It's Monroe, high post. And Miles kicks to Wall. Fires from the wing. He squares up and sinks it. Wall's got his third basket of the night. They double him with Wall. Dishes it to Jang. Thompson outside. Lots of room. And that one's good. Thompson's got 6.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Monroe. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Rudy Fernandez.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Miami leading by 14.
And for Thompson, his 3-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Outside Favors. And that one is stuffed right through.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Outside, Wall. Here's Miles. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
The Heat leading by 12. Thompson sets the pick for Hill. Thompson outside. Shoots off the screen. And that one's good. Thompson's got 8.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
It's stolen by Adams. Here's Wall.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you
Agreed.
what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Hill passes to Dang. Green dishes to Jang. And it's Hill penetrating. The stupendous finish in traffic. And the Heat leads by 12.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
A different look here for Detroit. Diaw comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Carter Williams in for John Wall. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Miami. Jody Meeks comes in for Jang. Johnson. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. 9 points for Johnson.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Carter Williams kicks to Adams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Green. Parsons comes in for Thompson. And it's Brandon Knight in for Hill. Ashick with the bucket.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Diaw against Patterson. Johnson kicks to Miles. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
C.J. Miles.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
And Miles drops them both. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Knight for three. Pistons trailed by 9.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
Carter Williams dishes to Diaw for 3. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Heat lead by... Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Heat leading by 9. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Brandon Knight is out there with Jody Meeks. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Jang in at the 5. Knight on the wing. It's deflected. And they get it back. They retain possession.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Favors with a screen on Knight. And Wall kicks to Favors. Here's Fernandez.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Jang, a screen. Feeds it to Knight. Out to the right wing. 4 on the clock. And Meeks kicks to Knight. Launches a 3. But they'll get another chance.
Do not like the execution at all there, Kevin.
Not at all. It's not what they wanted to do. Looked very rushed to try to put something up.
Monroe, the pass to Wall. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
To the left wing. Meeks inside the three-point line. And the wing jumper offline. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Screen by Monroe. Over in the corner, Diaw. Fernandez from outside. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. Fernandez has got 5 points in the quarter.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Patterson is screen on Wall. Here's Meeks. Rejected by Monroe. Meeks dishes to Jang. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for Gorgui Dieng, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor. But I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover. You know, on the topic of Zhang, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And talking about Gorgui Dieng, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in a game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Thanks, Doris.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
It's Wall with the drive. Outside for Miles. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
Well, you're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end to end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You said he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
And Dieng kicks to Hill. On the wing, Thompson. Rebounded by the Pistons. Favors has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Screen by Monroe. For 3, Fernandez. Rebound by the Heat. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Hill kicks to Dieng. Now, here's Mahimi. Defense right on him. And he gets it to go.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Pistons trailed by 10. Hill against Wall. Down low. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Favors passes to Monroe. Wall dishes to Miles. Kicks to Fernandez. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Fernandez has got 10 points in just the second half. Now here is Hill, defended by Fernandez. Hill kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Mahimi. Clock at 6. Hill passes to Mahimi from about 16. And that one hits back iron. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Wall kicks to Favors. And stolen by Dieng. He dishes it to Hill. On the wing, Thompson. Knocks it loose. Dieng, the pass to Thompson. .112 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Mahimi. The second chance effort. Here's Dieng. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 9.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Fernandez. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Favors brings the double. Thompson left side. It's back to Hill.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Knight's checked in for George Hill. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
And Wall kicks to Fernandez. Six to shoot. Money!
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
At the line for two.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 7. 6 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
And so it's Miami winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.